What's poppin', y'all? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to Coffee and Donuts for Grown-Ups, right here on the Sports Talk Network. Also brought to you by BVO TV. I am the master of ceremonies, the host with the most, Crush the Legend. Good morning, grand rising, greetings, everyone. How y'all doing? Hopefully you get your morning started, or you ending your overnight shift, and the way to tuck yourself in or the way to get yourself up and going is check out Coffee and Donuts for Grown-Ups here on Sports Talk Network, where we just don't talk sports. We talk everything like it's a sport, because life is a sport, and hopefully everybody is trying to win out there. So what's going on with y'all this morning, man? You know, got some lightweight for y'all. Lightweight work for y'all this morning. I see y'all coming in heavy. I got my man C-Man Ruffin, No Duck Zone Podcast in the building. Thank you, my brother, for coming through. Mr. Gumbo, where you been, man? My man got some of the best punchlines I heard right here on the YT streets. I don't care what the hell y'all got to say. And also, my man C-Man Ruffin, one of the best morning podcasts that I like on YT and on IG. Always give me something different. He's giving you variables. Besides the sport of boxing, he talks about the youth. He talks about things that's happening in real time, you know, to get us away from the entertainment and the rest of that jigga crap and all that. But you know, we got some things to talk about, man. You know, we got some things to talk about this morning, and hopefully everybody, when they come through, smash the like button, smash the dislike button. It all do the same for me, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I got a few things I want to talk about. And the title is, you know, the good and who has the goods. Meaning, who is good? Who is actually good? Because there's no one great in the sport of boxing as we speak right now. Kill the greatness. There's nobody great in the sport of boxing right now. Forget your feelings this Wednesday. I have no sympathy for your feelings. I'm calling it the way that I see it. And ain't nobody great in the sport of boxing right now. In this generation of fighters, your favorite, my favorite, your mama favorite, your daddy favorite, your woman's favorite, whoever. None of these guys are great. Okay? We cannot consider and weigh these guys on these levels until their damn career is over. I'm tired of y'all using the word great. I'm tired of y'all using it. You're using it at the wrong damn time. Their career's not even over yet. And no one done anything great yet. Good morning, Miss Denise. How you doing there? Good. They ain't did nothing great yet this morning. Don't touch that door, Miss Denise. You know I'm gonna pull it for you. Yeah, Miss Denise don't like me being a gentleman half of the daggone time, y'all. Nah, I'm just messing with. That's my girl right there, Miss Denise. I know. We don't have step. You hear that? We don't have step around here. Ain't no half step. Y'all know the damn song. God damn it. And I'm gonna go get this wig done today. I took the day off from another job. I got my appointment at 1 o'clock. So yeah, I'm gonna go up to her house because she does it in her house. Yeah, so she made it like like 2 chairs in her basement. So I'm gonna go up to her house at 1 o'clock and get it done. No, she's not expensive. She do retreats for 65 or 75. Yeah, that's not. And she gonna do my dye job for me too. So, cause I ain't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like doing it myself. So, right, your boy here, he back there taking his nap. Stand here. Yeah, it's Wednesday. TJ is off. Yes, yeah. Yeah, hey Gumbo, you was just here in Philly, man. When you was in Philly, Gumbo, man, that's good. You took some pictures of the stadiums, bro. You know what? I live right in the same part of the city where the stadiums are at, Mr. Gumbo. I'm like maybe 15 minutes away from the stadiums. I can ride my bike to the stadiums. I can actually walk to the stadiums. It'd be about a half an hour walk, but like in a car, it's like 10 to 15 minutes. So yeah, it's right in South Philadelphia. It just happened to be the part of the city where I reside. But that's good, man, because the stadiums, they're very historic. it's very historic stories behind the stadiums, man. We're gonna get into that one day. We're gonna talk about some landmarks in some of the biggest cities. I think that'd be a good talk for us. But man, listen, y'all, I'm tired of people talking about all this greatness and stuff like that. But my thing is, who is actually good in the sport of boxing and who got the goods? Meaning, who's good? They already good. They already they the ones that's not good yet, but they have the potential of being good or being great. Got one of my favorite trolls in YT streets, but he also know the sport of boxing. He's very keen on all topics of life. Shout out to my man Big Dog Willie, man. Big Dog said these Tank fans lost their mind. One of these channels arguing with me saying Tank is more accomplished fighter and KOs than Durant. Tank is more of a legend than Joe Frazier. Now, Big Dog Willie, a channel actually really said that, Big Dog, because I know you be trolling, but if a channel actually said that, let me know who the MF are there, and I can go over there and talk to them. Because, see, this is one thing we need to do in the sport of boxing, since you brought that up, Big Dog Willie. We need to get rid of the fans that's bad for the sport and bad for the fighters that we may like. You understand what I'm saying? We got to do that because, you know, I'm a Tank fan. I'm a boxing fan. But I ain't no fanboy of none of these fighters that I like and none of that. That's why I be ready to smack the crap out of y'all. Y'all know better. I don't get down like that. I don't D-ride no man. You know what I mean? But I get it. You know, just learn how to be a fan. But see, we got to get these messed up fans out of here, man. That's what the hell we need to do, is get these messed up fans out of here. You dig what I'm saying? BC, the building, the darkest brother. What's going on, my guy? That's my guy, BC Corbett. Mike, rhyme in the building. Be like that sometimes because I can't control the rhyme. Or is it the rhythm? The rhythm. You see what I'm saying? We even Kwame, the rhythm, or we even Keith Murray. Be like that sometimes because I can't control the rhyme. You know what I mean? But man, yeah, we talking. We talk about some stuff this morning. Let me see. Yeah, so the whole thing is, in the sport of boxing right now, there's continuing arguments about who is who in the sport of boxing. So I figured we haven't done that in a while, you know. So I figured we'd do that over here on Sports Talk Network this morning on Coffee Donuts for Grown-Ups. We're going to get some things straight. You know what I mean? Big Dog Willie said Tank is a bigger star in Baltimore than he is a bigger star in Philly. That was the decision. That was the discussion. Okay, Tank is, he's supposed to be a bigger star in his hometown. He's supposed to be. Now, Big Dog, I don't know which city loves him the most, Baltimore or Philly. I don't know, but you know, Baltimore and Philly be kind of cousins, so to speak. But whatever the hell they was talking about, I can tell it was waste of a cook. They didn't have anything else better to talk about. There's my guy DS3, took a couple of days off. I'm glad you're back. STN is in the building. What's going on, DS3? But yeah, so let's get into it. So who has the goods? Which fighters has the goods? Meaning they're not the guys who's as good yet. You see what I'm saying? Now the whole thing, the accolades and accomplishments, that don't move me. Everything is off with your skill set and how you want to fight. And this is one thing that I talk about, and this is what I want to talk about this morning, as far as who is good and who got the goods. You know what I mean? Because it's just a little too much going on. Look at the sport of boxing right now. We have champions, we have belt holders who has less than 20 fights. And people's out here saying that some of these fighters are already good or great. Nah, I can't do that just off of that because it's still not enough evidence to see who is really good, how good they are. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some names under who has the goods, meaning the potential, and then I'm gonna throw some names out there saying who is actually good. You know what I mean? So it's no problem. And so we need to start from scratch. Now I got all these wise boxing minds in here with me, so I'm pretty sure I can get a little help from my friends. Big Dog Willie said Canelo and Crawford are great fights. Yes, and I will get to that. DS3 said, to be honest, it's a weak era in DS3. This is what I've been saying the whole time. Now I'm pretty sure like yourself and myself and maybe a few other people actually feel like that, because we have some diehard fans that really, you know, piss all over this generation of fighters, and from a certain standpoint, and I understand, because I don't care how many of these guys we give credit to, they good or whatever like that, it's still weak. It's a very weak era. So I don't know what people be looking for, and I think sometimes people get overcredit or get discredit for, you know, a generation ain't really got much going on in it, but a whole bunch of moist ass attitudes, and I can't take it no more. Mel Charlo is as well. So listen. So let's start with this, because I think we're gonna do this. Who got the goods and who ain't good? You know what I mean? Who got the goods and all that? We're gonna do about weight class. And this is how I'm gonna break it down this morning. So I want to start from the easiest weight class, because we gotta start from the weakest weight class out of the weight classes. And right now, the weakest weight class. Before I get into it, I want your guys' honest opinion. Which weight class out of the most popular weight classes? I think y'all know who they are. There's only a few of them. What weight class y'all feel as though out of the marquee weight classes is the weakest weight class? I'm gonna repeat that question again. Out of all the marquee weight classes, which weight class out of the marquee weight classes is the weakest? Meaning ain't really no competition there. Mike Mizak, what's going on? What's going on, bro? Oh, definitely Usyk. Yeah, definitely Usyk is the damn goods for real. There you go. There you see. Great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. Bam, bam, bam. BC Corbett, my dark brother. Yes, right on the nose, BB. A BC, right on the nose. DS3 said 135 on up. Mr. Gumbo said 147, 140. Now, Mr. Gumbo, I think 40. You know what, Gumbo? 40 looking kind of tough now, Gumbo. It's tightening up. 40 starting to tighten up a little bit. But at one time, look, 40 was just right there, but it's definitely 147. Without a doubt, 147 is the weakest weight class out of the marquee weight classes. And 160, they need to just get rid of that weight class. I think it's too many weight classes, but I don't want to move all over the place. So let's just break it down like this. So let's start with 100 to 147 welterweight. And we talk about who's good and who got the goods. And who was good at 147? Let's who got the goods at 147, y'all? And it's not that much of a deep division. As a matter of fact, while I was working last night at the beginning of my shift, something said, man, just pull up pull up the rankings and just take a peek at the 147 weight class, because I haven't looked at the weight class as far as the rankings in quite some time. So what I did, I looked at it, and 147 is a horrible weight class. It's sad. It's a sad weight class. 147 for 147 for welterweight division being one of the most celebrated weight classes to being in the sport of boxing right now. It's a piece of trash truck juice. It's a gallon of trash truck juice. 147 is horrible right now. So it's easy to call out who is good at 147 and who got the goods. It's easy to say that because it's not too many fighters. So we can get 147 out the way right now. So who got the goods? You know what I mean? Who is good and who got the goods? I say Jaron Ennis, probably one of the very few guys in that weight class that is actually good. You see what I'm saying? That got the goods. I say Jaron Ennis right now Anybody else at 147 that we can actually say are the goods outside of Jerron Ennis? I mean, because when you look at the rest of the weight class, we can't consider Rolly, Ryan, and Devin. We can't consider them three yet because they just got into the weight class. All right, so they don't even get in yet. All right, they need to get about 2 or 3 fights in before we even start ranking them dudes at 147 because we got to see them in there against competition. So we're gonna move Ryan, Broly, and Devin out. And we already know out of the 3, Broly won't be around too long. So that's easy to get them 3 out the way. But right now at 147, yeah, all the good fighters left 147 and got too old. Now, I mean, and Virgil even moved up to 154. So he would have been there. But right now, I'm going to just throw the names out. You can say who's good and who has the potential to be good, which I probably got about 6 fighters and all the fighters that's in that weight class. Of course, Boo Sinners right now, my honest opinion, I'm gonna say Boo Sinners, stay on this. No matter how skilled he is, it's 147. It's not a deep weight class. Boots, stay on this. Mario's Barrios, Karen, and let me see. So that's Boots, Barrios, Stanionis, Karen, Brian Norman Jr. Yes, he fights this weekend, but we don't know how good Brian Norman Jr. is. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of Brian Norman Jr. at all. So I need to see what's going on with it. I've been hearing a lot about Brian Norman Jr., but I need to see what's going on because even though I know he got a belt, but he hasn't done that in that 147 yet. So he needs to get busy. Matter of fact, 147 needs to get busy. 147 so ass and so behind that 147 need to have a damn fight every weekend. If it's no boxing on one weekend, 147 should be the only goddamn weight class that's not taking a weekend off because it's horrible. 147 is horrible. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman moved up to 54, Big Dog Willie. So I take the rest of the names. You say Boots, Stank, Barrio, Karen. I throw Norman in there, and you know that's about it, Big Dog Willie. And we got to take Keith Poo out because he moved to 54. And I know he ain't gonna come back down to 47. So right now we just got Boots, Stanionis, Barrios, Karen. He threw Norman in there, and that's about it. That's all we have at 147 pounds. Like I said, because the 3 newbies, we can't throw them in there yet because we don't know how they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? And all the other names, the guys that's at 147, ain't nothing there at 147. Yeah, because Keith comeback fight against the guy Jarvis is at 154. So I think Keith Poo might would stay at 54 because there's no need for Keith Thurman to go down to 47. Now, Keith can go down to 47, right? And run through all those dudes. You know what I mean? And when we give Keith Thurman credit, if he stay at 47, he run through all those dudes outside of Boo Sinners because I got Keith Thurman, I got Keith Poo being able to beat everybody down there. The only guys that would give Keith Thurman a run for his money at 147, I'm gonna say it's Boo Sinners. You know what I'm saying? It may be Junior, but other than that, I don't see nobody doing nothing with Keith Thurman at 47. But I think Keith is the money is at 54. So yeah, 147 is a weak behind weight class, and it's not too many fighters that's really talented here. So it's only a handful of fighters that's actually good. So we mentioned those guys, and all those guys are somewhat good. Need to see more of Brian Norman. He got the goods. We know where Barrio stands at. We know where everybody else stands at so far. So that's it for 147. So it's not too much to shake down at 147 for who is good and who got the goods. So now let's move on. So the next weight class we could break down is now let's break down 140. We could do 140 right now. 140 better than 147. We've been trying to get the undisputed down there at 140. 140 is definitely a more competitive weight class than 147. And when we look at the names at 140, some pretty good names. Some pretty good names. Good enough names. Look at the champions. They okay. Right now, the man that beat at 140 pounds is Antoine Russell, in my opinion. And hopefully we get to see more of Antoine Russell because he's really the goods. Yes, Antoine Russell is the goods at 140. He's truly one of the guys at 140 pounds that's truly the goods. Teofimo Lopez. I don't know what to say about his little races behind, but he's a waste of talent. So I'm gonna say that about him. But then we have Paro, we have Julio. So it's some talent at 140 pounds, but to say who's really the goods and who got the goods out here, it's a little better than 147, but not as deep when it comes to who actually is the goods and who got the goods. You know what I mean? So yeah, 140, like I said, Antoine Russell, T.O., Quelo, Paro, like, I don't know, it's up and down at 140. But with that being said, there's a lot of good fights at 140 pounds. And like I said, we know the difference between who is actually good and who got the goods in that weight class. So probably T.O. is the man at 140 until he gets beat. I got him. You got him beating Antoine Russell. I ain't got T.O. beating Antoine Russell. But I have no argument with you, Mr. Gumbo, but I do not see that happening. T.O., now one thing about T.O., he's a guy that fights to the level of his opposition, which is not good because you want to be on top of your game each time you get into the ring. And sometimes when you fight to the level of your competition, it can work against you, you know, because you trying to turn it on and turn it off. And one day you get in there when you need to turn it on and you might not be able to turn that switch over. You know what I mean? But I don't even like T.O. I mean, he need to get out of the box and hopefully somebody knock his head off. So I can never root for this guy to win because he's a piece of trash. So I'm not gonna support him. You can do what you want, but I'm not supporting Teofimo Lopez and I can't go for that. Like the Hall & Oates song. I can't go for that. No, can do. I would not go for that, people. And this guy, he is a waste of talent. I will say that about T.O. He is a waste of talent. And T.O., how good he can actually be. He can be good. He can be very good. But he's a piece of ass. He's a piece of ish. So, you know, man, I don't think he want to get in there with no Antoine Russell, man. I don't think so. But for the 140-pound weight class, T.O., good. Antoine, damn sure is good. T.O., Antoine, let me see. I don't, but I will still give these guys credit. I'm not going to take away their talent from them. I just like hopefully somebody whoop their ass. You know what I mean? I'm not going to discredit them for their talent, but I would discredit them for being a racist piece of ish. Because like I said, if I ever run into Teofimo Lopez, if I go to one of those fights in New York or something, and he there, I'm getting locked up because I'm going to go right in his mouth. I know he gonna kick your ass, Crush. He might just do that. But before he kick my ass, if I allow him to, I'm gonna break his damn jaw. I'm gonna knock half his teeth out. Trust me, I'm gonna knock half his teeth out. And like I said, they beat my ass in that ring in the street fight. None of them can mess with me, and I'm standing on that. I don't care how bad they on that ring. They give me a shot at them street fighting, I'm whooping their ass. Every last one of them, your favorite fighter, my favorite fighter. As much as I like some of these guys, I will beat their ass. Credit in the ring. When the street fight, hey man, anything is a weapon. Anything is a weapon, and I'll whip their ass without the gun. I ain't gonna pull the trigger. Ali, George Foreman, I'm all that when it comes to street fighting, yeah.
Even Leon.
Even Leon. They be talking about I ain't gonna even use me. Listen, I'm just letting y'all know right now. I'll whoop your favorite fighter ass when it comes to a street fight. Don't take it personal, but I will whoop your favorite fighter ass in a street fight. I'm too old to be trying to get in the boxing ring with him. Now take 20 off and it's 55 and I'll give him a run in. Then I get show these young bucks what 30 supposed to look like and do. Yeah, but yeah, Tio. Smash like bug coffee dollars for grown-ups, man. We just having fun this morning, man. Yeah, so like I was saying, as I continue, yeah, so it's really not that much there. So I say for all the belt holders at 140, and maybe a couple guys in each sanctioned body, pretty good. But we already know who really got the goods and who's has the potential to be good at that weight class. So, but right now for me, Antoine Russell got all the goods at 140 pounds. And I think if it's anybody to beat, if it's any one man to beat, is Antoine Russell at that weight class. But 140, a little lighter than 147. We could definitely get some things going on. 147 is just like 140. You know, a couple guys, they ain't even staying 40 long. They ain't staying 40 long. We don't talk about that. We don't even talk about the fact that goddamn Devin, and I got to get on his ass about that. You only have one fight at 140 pounds. And see, this is what happened when you stay at a weight class too long. Now, if Devin Haney would have been left 135, we probably would have got 3 or 4 fights out of Devin Haney at 140. But we only got this one damn fight. He going to 147. We'll get back to that at a later time. But now, let me see, where we at? Let's talk about the marquee weight classes. We already know 135 is a good weight class. It's 135 is full of fighters who are the goods and fighters who has the goods. You know what I mean? Definitely a lot of guys. What's up, Queen? Salutations to you. Salutations to you. 135, definitely you got fighters that are good, and then you have fighters that has the goods. You know what I'm saying? I like 135. 135 is still lit, regardless of how everybody may feel about the weight class. But I really think that 135 is still a popping weight class. Okay, we're not getting some. Move out the weight class, and hopefully they don't move too far. Move up there too fast. Yeah, so we already know that the top guys at 135 is definitely the goods. You know what I mean? And we know there's a few guys at 135 that got the goods. So, you know, Shakur, he's the goods, regardless of how you feel about him. Tank Davis, damn it, he's the damn good. He's the goods, no matter how you feel about him. You know what I mean? What's his name? Keyshawn. He's the goods somewhat, but he got the goods, but he needs to step up and level opposition. Okay, probably one of the weakest routes to a goddamn championship belt. Let's just be honest. The underrated darkness in the building. What's up, bro? Grand rising to you. Let's just be honest. Keyshawn Davis had one of the weakest goddamn trips to a goddamn belt. Just being honest, okay? But nobody talk about that. Nobody talk about that. But he definitely got the goods. Now, how good he is, we don't know yet. But Keyshawn got the goods. Tank is the goods. Shakur is the goods. Who else? 35. Who else we got there? Then you got you got Muratala. He got the goods. Abdullah Mason. Wow, I think this young man got the goods, and he is the goods. Can't wait to see him level up even more when he start facing better opposition. I think it's going to be kind of hard for Abdullah Mason to get some fights. I think some guys are going to try to avoid him. And it's another thing. I don't think that young man will spend so much time at 135 pounds. I think he will be moving up. Even Keyshawn Davis look like he won't be at 135 pounds much longer. Look like he's going to move up. So this is the reason why, part of the reason why he want to try to get the biggest fight he can at the weight class, and two biggest fights for him is, you know, his quote unquote bro and Tank Davis. So we have to see what's going to happen. But everybody is saying, you know, that they really want to run that weight class. They want to be undisputed at 135. So if you talk about being undisputed at 135, you shouldn't be talking about 140 pounds. All right. So there you go with that. But 135 definitely have fighters that are the goods, and definitely have fighters who have the potential to be the goods. But it's definitely up in the air. We need to see some of these things happen. Now, I'm not gonna go any further than 130, because when we get to 26 and 22 and all that, it ain't really, it's a couple things down here, but I don't need to get into that because those weight classes is not any of the most watched marquee weight classes. And I'm just trying to figure out who the goods and who got the potential to have the goods at these marquee weight classes. So we done got 35 out the way, we got 40 out the way, we got 47 out the way. See how easy that went? So now we're gonna travel over, we're gonna travel up north now. We're going back up north. And now we're going to 154. God damn it. The deepest weight class in boxing right now, 154 pounds. Junior middleweight, hands down, the most competitive weight class in the sport of boxing. Get over your feelings. And damn it, that whole weight class is loaded with nothing but fighters who are the goods and have the potential to be just as good as the fighters with the goods. Tell me if I'm capping. If I'm capping about how 154 is, you pick any color cap you want in the chat. And then I ain't gonna wear the cap no more. I'm gonna take the cap off if I'm capping. See, that's the difference between me and other people. See, if I'm capping, I'm gonna take the cap off. But shit, I ain't gonna be capping in the first place, so I don't even have any caps in my wardrobe. You dig? I don't have no caps in my wardrobe. You know, but 154, definitely just about everyone in that weight class is damn good. And sure enough, has the goods, meaning they has the potential to be something terrific in the weight class. So shout out to 154. Mel Charlo was coming back. Woo, we already know that man got the goods, and that man is the goods. Wow, we can talk. Just say any name. It's a pick'em division. But 154 definitely is loaded with the goods, and who got the goods, you know? Got Fundora. Undeniably, we got Fundora. Who is the goods down there? Yes, he's the goods, God damn it. I don't care what you say. He's too big for the weight class. He's too tall for the weight class. He's not a big guy. Fundor's not a big guy, and I don't even expect him to go up in weight. I think he's just one of those real tall, naturally slender guys. But we would see. I think the only way this man can pick up weight is he get any taller. And I think he's done with growing. But to put on weight, he have to go on a very, very like out of whack diet to be able to put on weight to go up in weight classes. You know what I'm saying? It's harder for the taller guys to pick up weight. You know, when you got these tall fighters, you got these beanstalks in these weight divisions. It's really hard for those guys to pick up the weight. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of room that everything got to stick everywhere. So it's different from when it's a average size guy or smaller or shorter people, you know, or below average height. They can blow up easier. But I mean, Fundora, I don't expect Fundora to go up too many weight classes. And I expect him to be at 54 for quite a while. The only way I can see him actually moving up is if he's one of those bodies that pick up weight as they get older. Doesn't matter if they're changing their eating habits or not. You understand? Definitely women knows that. You know what I mean? Women can put on weight easier than men. Women can put on pounds without even eating a lot. And I think with Sebastian Fedora, I just think he's just a real tall guy who has a very slow and low what you call that? Metabolism. I don't really think I think he's naturally equipped not to really go up so many pounds, but 154, it ain't nothing bad to say about 54. Very competitive weight class through and through. So I think everybody at 54 falls in the category of having the goods and who actually is the goods. You know what I mean? So shout out to 154. Hopefully we get to start that journey on Undisputed or whatever. Y'all like to see it? I like to see all these guys fight. Whatever get all these guys in the ring, that's the only thing that matters to me. You know what I mean? I just want all these guys to get in the ring with each other so we can see what's what. But we already know there's sad news. Sad news. Reality is some of these fighters, we really not going to ever find out how good they really are because they're not getting in there with guys that we want them to see. And it look like that's the way that it's playing out right now. So I don't know. But definitely there's fighters who are the goods and fighters who have the potential to be good. In that 154 weight class, everybody fits both, you know, so it's up to you to decide who goes where. They got the goods, are they goods? 160 upping, there's no need to talk about 160 pounds. There's no need to be talking about 160 because ain't no damn body at 160 is the goods or got the goods. Somebody help me out. Am I being a little too hard on 160? Maybe I am. But am I lying? Am I capping? That's why there's no need to talk about 160. Ain't nobody goods. Ain't nobody got the goods and ain't nobody good at 160 right now as far as I'm concerned. Move 160 up out the way, smash the like button as you come in. Coffee and donuts for grown-ups right here on STN. So here we go, people. So we going up. We got we got 2 more weight classes to talk about. Then I'm gonna get into some other stuff and we're gonna roll up out of here, man. We're gonna roll up out of here like we rolled up in this joint. So next we have 168. 168. I'm pretty sure we already know what's going on with 168, which that weight class ain't bad either. It's better than 60. Better than 47. Who we got? Who's the man to beat at 168? Oh, Who's the man to beat at 168? Somebody help me. Who is the man at 168 right now? Y'all already know the name. Y'all know the name. We already know the name, right? Good. So we already know who's the man at 168. We also already familiar with the guys, the few guys that are good at 68, then a couple guys who have the potential to be good at 68. But one thing about 68, 168 and 175, they all need to be one weight class. All right? This is how we can get those guys at 75 and a couple guys at 68 to get in there. Because 168 is a good weight class. You know, who you guys think is the most talented guy at 168? Who is the most talented boxer at 168 right now? Regardless if they have belts or not. Who's the most talented guy? Or who you would think is the guy to beat? I think we already know. The guy to beat at 168 is still Canelo Alvarez. Of course, Bud Crawford will be going up there in September. Can't count him in yet. We can't even add him in. You know, we can't, if we can't grade Rolly, Ryan, and Deb at 140, then we can't grade Terrence Crawford at 168. Terrence Crawford would get graded. He would get his grade for 168 come fight night, and I think that's happening in September. Outside of that, the guys that's at 68, we know who they are. Some of those guys been around for a minute. Then we got some up and coming guys, but 168 is pretty good. Pick them. You know what I mean? But now we get to 175, which is wow. Can we honestly say the same thing about 75? Basically about 68 is really not much to talk about because it's definitely smoke all over there. Definitely smoke in 168 and 175. Now, maybe 75 might be a little deeper than 68. I don't know. Somebody help me out. Is 75 a little deeper than 168? But we already know what it is with those weight classes that we talked about. So we really pretty much familiar with who are the goods and who's potentially good. So we know these things already. So there's something else I wanted to get into. That I wanted to talk about this morning that always constantly be on my mind when we talking this great sport of boxing. Here it is, and I'm gonna say this, and hopefully I won't have to run across this again. But right now, with everything that's being said and everything that's been spoken upon, I'm gonna say this. Let these fighters, no, fuck all that. I'm trying to be nice. No, I'm not gonna be nice. Listen, right now, being talked about good, I want to speak on greatness, which ain't gonna be a long talk. Because like I said, there's no one great in the sport of boxing right now. Respectfully, fudge your feelings. Okay? There's nobody great. There's no Hall of Famer in the sport of boxing right now. This is how I'm going to end the show. No one that's actively fighting right now is a Hall of Famer. I don't care if you feel as though they're going to get in the Hall of Fame. Right now, as an active fighter, none of these dudes are Hall of Famers. So stop putting that on their names. Stop saying he's a Hall of Famer. No, he's not. There's no guarantee that they might get there. You already saying guys are Hall of Famer because based off of their accomplishments and accolades, man, the way that this is be going, they mess around and may not become a Hall of Famer. Because you have fighters, you know, that's been undisputed. It's not Hall of Famers. And their career has been over for decades. Right? So right now in the sport of boxing, your favorite fighter is not a damn Hall of Famer. I don't care what they've done. They're still fighting. Now, from the eye test, we can clearly see, and because of what Hall of Fame is all about, really it's not much. It don't take much to get in the Hall of Fame. Let's just make it clear. It don't take much to get in the damn Hall of Fame because it's really just a popularity vote. That's why when you look at the Hall of Fame, you got a little bit of everything. And then you got some issue in that you may consider, why is this even considered Hall of Fame? I know that, you know that, we all know this. But stop saying that an active fighter is a Hall of Famer. No, he's not, because he's still fucking fighting. He hasn't retired yet. And then it's 5 years later to after they freaking retired. And then they might not even get it in. So no, I don't care how many pay-per-views they sold. I don't care. That could most likely get them there? Yes. Are they doing things to get them in the Hall of Fame? Yes, they are. They are doing things to get them in the Hall of Fame. They have done things that can possibly get them in the Hall of Fame, but God damn it, none of these fighters is a Hall of Famer. Okay? Hall of Famers is ones that's already in the Hall of Fame. Okay? Sugar Ray Leonard, a Hall of Famer. Tommy Hearns is a Hall of Famer. See, everybody that's a damn Hall of Famer is in the Hall of Famer. No one is a Hall of Famer who ain't there yet. And then if they got the potential to look like they going into the Hall of Fame, you still can't say they're a Hall of Famer because they're not there yet. Okay? Don't make me pull out the hygrometer. I'm gonna need that for you moist ass people. Y'all be doing too much capping. He's great. He's great. He's great. Says who? Do most of y'all even know the definition of great? I don't think so. Because you use it too damn loosely. You use it too loosely. Stop pumping these fighters up. They got a long ways to go before you could be saying they're a damn Hall of Famer. They're one of the greatest that ever done it. They're gonna go on up Mount Rushmore. We don't know that because the itinerary can change at any damn time. Which the rules of getting in ain't really strict. We have guys that had got boot to their ass their entire career and haven't won a damn thing and they're a Hall of Famer. Tell me if I'm wrong. You have guys who have got the brakes beat off with them and ain't got in the Hall of Fame. A fictional damn character is in the Hall of Fame. And they try to say, oh, that was based on a... No, it wasn't. So what are we talking about? Well, he's undisputed, so he's a Hall of Famer. How you know that? How the fuck you know that? Because he was undisputed. How you know? The fighters that been unified, they ain't never made the Hall of Fame. So what these fighters are doing right now, what they accomplished in their career so far, is not a guarantee that they're going to get in. You dig? So y'all got to calm down with that. Their career is not over yet, people. Stop saying somebody is something and their career is not over. So you telling me they on the same level as these guys that's actually there? No. So stop giving them a damn title that they don't deserve yet because they are not there yet. Like the movie, are we there yet? No, we're not. And we got some time to go before we see if these guys get there. Well, you know what be messed up? Is none of our favorite fighters from this generation wound up getting to the Hall of Fame. That will mess your minds up. So slow down on who's great. Are they doing great things? Have they done anything great? Yeah. performance-wise, but that don't make them great. Because they put on a great performance, that don't make them great. Because you might not be on the same level each time you go out and perform. You might have a bad night. You can't have a bad night and be considered great in a lot of people's minds. See how that works? So won't y'all slow down and just appreciate who is a Hall of Famer, not no future Hall of Famer. I want to hear a future Hall of Famer because we don't fucking know. We don't. You don't know, I don't know. Unless you Master P, what you got to hook up? But we don't know. Not going off of if. If. If what? If what? If didn't happen. So why are you bringing up if? Well, if it was like this, but it's not like that. It's like this. This is what took place. This is what it is. Not if. I don't want to hear that shit. Because if is not what took place. If wasn't a part of the action. You dig? So stop giving me this if stuff. All right? If. Well, you know, if it was so and so, would it went down like that? If. Stop. Okay? Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much, man. Smash my like button or the dislike button, man. It all does the same for me. But y'all really got to calm down with the if. I bet you if he would have did it, he would have got away with it. If he would have did that, he would have got in trouble for it. If he would have did it, if, shut the fuck up with this if mess. Okay? If did not take place, people, it didn't. Get over it. Trying to see if the sport of boxing gonna be pushing along, and we got all this nonsense going on. And once again, I must get on my fellow Americans. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. I definitely closing out on this. I got 7 minutes to rock y'all socks off. 7 minutes, goddamn. What's 6 now? Cause I ain't letting y'all go off the hook this damn easy now. I don't believe, but forget believing, knowing for me. I don't believe in anything, okay? I got to know, okay? I'm about knowing, not in a faith or belief. Well, I believe in this. No, I need to know. I believe in God. No, I need to know. Ain't no believe shit. I need to know. Believing is not having knowledge of. Knowing is having knowledge of. You understand me? I'm going to say it again. Believing is not having knowledge of. Knowing is having knowledge of. And having knowledge is knowing of something. Not on some optimistic, I think so, I'm going to rub that land in his lap, I dream of genie shit. Nah. That's what got y'all messed up now. Believe. Belief ain't nothing. What do you mean? Believe ain't nothing but you can use that in the same way as you use the word trust. What are y'all talking about? I don't believe in nothing. I got to know. Ain't no have faith. No, I got to know. Confidence is one thing. Faith not. Y'all dig? Get on that. It'll help you out. It'll help your life out a whole lot. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you, baby. Trying to tell you. All right? But that's what the hell y'all need to do. And one thing I know, one thing I do know, that somebody's going to get their head knocked off this week. And that's one thing I do know. I have confidence in what may happen, but I'm not gonna believe. I believe what? Have believe, have trust. Some of these words mean the same issue. You be thinking they mean they sound different, they spell different, that they all got different meanings. Because most of these words mean a lot of these words have the same damn meaning, people. The same damn meaning. Don't let these words keep playing spells on y'all, because you do know words cast spells, people. Spellbound. And I ain't talking about K Solo. But I need to know. I know. Ain't no I believe. You go to a job interview, they ask you a question, you gonna tell them, oh, I believe I can do the job? Or you gonna tell them, I know I can do the job? Which one gonna get you hired, saying I believe or I know? Tricky words out there, people. Watch how you use them. But one thing I do know, I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. And right now, we don't know about a few things. We may have confidence, or some of us might be clairvoyant. We might have clairvoyance. We might can just predict some things, and that's how they come out. Maybe that is the case. But I tell you what, right now, I do know that ain't no goddamn Hall of Famer that's an active fighter right now. I do know that. I don't know who's actually going to go into the Hall of Fame when they retire. But I say it's a possibility that some will make the Hall of Fame. It's a difference. I ain't here to play around with y'all. Y'all go play with yourselves with that. But damn it, it ain't over until it's over. And right now, people, it ain't over. So until then, stay tuned, enjoy the ride until this shit is over. Okay? Enjoy your favorite fighter or your fighters until it's over. So with that being said, this has been another dope episode of Coffee Donuts for Grown Ups with yours truly, the greatest man alive, Master Ceremony Question Legend. Check us out again later on today. Make sure you check out C-Man Ruffin. Make sure you check out Cad Sports. Make sure you check out Just Do, CDK, and the rest of the party. Peace. Hello?